Welcome to Archer series. No, not series recap. We almost had you there. Season recap for season 7. Archer PI, I guess. Did they give this series or this season a name?
I don't quite think so, no.
Yeah, I will just call it Archer PI for now. So, good news. We're getting 3 more seasons.
Bad news.
Bad news. They're all about Cyril. No, I'm kidding. Bad news, we still don't know what's up with Archer, but I think we'll find out.
Well, that's not the worst news. How many episodes?
Oh, yes, that. 3 8-episode seasons. Which I'm sure you'll still find a way to charge $20 for, but whatever.
And FX is pretty much telling them, I think you've got 3 more seasons and you're done.
Yeah. And that's fine. I guess the last few seasons have been 10 episodes or so, but still. I think 8's cutting it, and they don't like to do tight, streamlined plots. So, we'll see what happens. Like I said last time we did one of these, we wanted to kind of figure out what was going on before we talked about the last two-parter.
Right. We can't write a eulogy if they're dead.
Yeah. But we know the show's coming back now, and what that means, Archer's most definitely coming back. So I think I can rate that as a nice gotcha cliffhanger now, I think.
I think so too. On their own, yeah, those were okay episodes. But we've had better season cliffhangers than that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
baby.
Yeah, finding out, yeah, the baby.
Baby.
Right.
I love that. Also, they didn't bring back Kazakh the dog. Like, of all the guest stars to not bring back, the dog version of Archer seems obvious.
Yes.
I can say I didn't like the two-parter that much. Overall, it was funny. Like I said, that weird stuff with Lana and the cop was disturbing and didn't really seem to fit with what was going on, unless that guy was part of Longwater the whole time. And then it would have made a little more sense, but...
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
The set piece where they were, it was immaterial. They could have just been...
Yeah, there's no reason to be on the movie set. There's no reason... It's just... Ugh. I feel like the Rompers episode would have been a good place to... put that at the end of the season. Make it a 3-parter, and we figure out everything about Longwater then. Like, Rompers is a villain I can see coming back.
That's right. And, despite whatever Archer himself, his fate is, that's not taking him out of Los Angeles.
Yeah. Which is fine. I think they're done with being spies. They've clearly done everything they can there. So, let's see what they can do as private detectives.
You gotta be more careful. They only got 8 episodes to do it.
Mm-hmm. I honestly, next season, if it was just 8 standalone episodes and they never explain how Archer lived, I'd be fine with that.
They're gonna explain that away in the first segment before the credits.
Yeah.
Or the opening theme, rather.
I mean, Archer has been fatally wounded before.
He's beaten cancer, he's been shot, he's been drowned, stabbed in all kinds of manners. It's either, it has to be another cyborg.
Yeah, either that or a mask.
It's an elaborate plan. And I'm still
gonna... Oh no, what if it was Giuseppe? The truck driver. Was it Giuseppe?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Somebody's theory was Archer himself was driving the car carrier at that last scene, but I never bothered to pause and see if maybe that is him.
I mean, it's possible. That'd be hilarious if he had that poor truck driver.
For a big tip.
Yep.
But I think even when the one Archer clone asked why are we wearing tuxedos, it's like, it's an Archer plan, so maybe it could be a little involved. Maybe not Slater tiered, but...
Yeah. So I think, yeah, now we can rate this appropriately. Not the worst of the season, not the best.
Right.
I think Rompers was the highlight of the season.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd think I'd go with that one for sure. Maybe how should we do this? Should we run down each episode again as a refresher course, or?
Nah, I think that would take too long. I think we can just speak about the season as a whole and maybe parts that we liked.
Okay.
So let's do characters first. Of the new characters that are sticking around, I think Shapiro works well with the team.
Yeah.
Patton Oswald uh, sort of brings something the group's been missing in that he's a mostly normal person. Uh, he's just a corrupt lawyer, which isn't that uncommon.
Especially in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and they need a lawyer now because they don't really have the government fallback anymore.
And all Cyril is a defense attorney.
Yeah, not a very good one either.
Nope. He might even lose to Winston Payne.
Mm. I'm kind of disappointed in AJ only because I thought she'd be more of a character even as a baby. I mean, wee baby Seamus was funnier than her.
Oh yeah. But with AJ here, they just as soon as she got into as soon as they had those prep school episodes, then she was gone.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Like all I did was give her braided hair.
Yep.
I guess that was supposed to be a joke.
All she had for personality was when she did the wait a moment, hold up the finger thing to Archer
Yeah,
in the prior seasons. So
which I thought would set up that maybe. I mean, she was an infant last season, so I'm not gonna like hold that against her. But she's like 2 or 3 now. I could see her sarcastically crying or something when Archer's in the room and he says something dumb.
yeah, they found a way to conveniently write her out of the season.
Yeah. Well, she's aging at a normal rate. Maybe she'll be able to talk soon and she can just be smarter than her father
Yeah, and
and more emotionally mature.
yeah, and it's gonna make you wonder, with them thinking that Archer was so close to death, what Lana and Archer's relationship is gonna become,
Yeah.
or if they're still gonna Ross and Rachel this thing.
I think they need to stop that. They don't have time to develop this bullshit anymore. 8 episodes. Just get it out of the way. They're together. Archer's still kind of a womanizing jerk. But he wouldn't cheat on Lana. Like, the only reason that whole nonsense happened is because they're both idiots who can't stop and talk to each other for a second. And I think she realizes that now.
I should hope so. So Shapiro sticks around, but I don't know. You think he'd go away with Veronica Dean being in trouble?
No. I think ultimately, like, he's gonna figure out he was played. Maybe he'll fall for somebody else.
Cheryl.
That seems to be the trend. He could be her lawyer. I mean, she is an heiress.
Oh yeah.
That would be pretty funny.
I mean, who else did we really get?
The bikers, who I hope will come back. Well, the surviving biker.
Yeah. Then Rompers' gang.
Rompers. I guess Dean could come back, but she really didn't do much except a villain monologue at the end, and who cares?
Right.
They killed both Archer's bullies, so they won't come back. But I think we got some good characters out of this season, as a whole.
As a whole.
Very, very obvious lack of Woodhouse, though. Archer needs somebody.
Yeah, he needs somebody to just play the servient role to him.
Also, as much as he hates to admit it, Woodhouse is like his father, and like the moments when he actually breaks down and admits that are why you like Archer as a person and realize he's not a complete tool.
And no Woodhouse mention at all this season.
Hmm. And they did that with Captain Murphy too. Like they did a little side mention when his voice actor died about fighting in a war, and then they never mentioned him again.
Mhm.
So that's probably what they'll do here.
Well, I think last we saw was those missing posters. So
Yeah.
that for all we know could be the end of it.
Hmm.
And since we haven't seen any of their homes here in LA and such, we don't even know if he needs like one of those anymore. If we're never going to see him be in a residence.
Oh, Archer needs a valet. He's not going to mix his own drinks, Mark.
The fact that we haven't seen him be in an apartment or nothing yet.
Yeah, I think they just didn't have time. They wanted to push this long water thing, and I guess they thought, well, we can't have them go back to their house during any of these episodes. And I think they just wanted to skirt the issue of whether him and Lana were living together.
Hmm.
We could see Mallory's house at least.
Yeah.
We can assume Cheryl has like a condo, and Pam's living there with her.
So,
So let's just
what do we go to next?
let's do I don't know, humor.
Ah, okay.
I think we can easily say this was not a very funny season.
Oh, definitely not.
There were moments of brilliance, and then I don't know. Like I like the character stuff in Archer, but there has to be a balance, and there wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like
a good example was the running gag of the flyer.
Flyer was genius.
Everybody being clowns.
Yeah, the clown thing was nice. Krieger was always a delight. Krieger getting beat up by Mallory.
That clown that was beating up Cyril.
Yeah.
Um,
Nothing. Cyril really didn't have too many good moments this season. Like, oh, haha, he wants the Silence of the Lamb Archer.
the fact that he doesn't have a cell phone.
Yeah.
That Archer got his cell phone taken away.
That was amazing. That was the best way to end the voicemail gag.
Yeah. The constant doubling and stuff of the bet in that
Oh yeah, the marriage episode.
yeah, the marriage.
Yeah. Or I don't know what to call that episode. Not marriage, but cheating spouses, I guess.
The cuckolding.
Yeah, cuckolding.
It's just your standard cuckolding. What's so routine about that? But yeah, the fact that they were keep trying to play up each person and constantly doubling and tripling each other's bets.
Yeah, with dubious math.
Right?
Yeah, they get to like $500,000 or something.
It got pretty ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to just play up Krieger completely as being desirable like that was pretty funny.
Wow.
I was hoping he was going to do more in there, but no. He just kept doing posing and shots.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all Krieger ever needs to do.
I remember the first episode being decent-ish.
Yeah, the first episode where they break into Shapiro's office was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. That Ray, it's like, hey Ray, do you want to come along? Yeah, since we're hourly.
I don't know. I feel like this team, and I mean, I went back and I watched, because it's on Hulu now, I watched C-Lab.
Mm.
And I think they just get bored working on the same thing for too long. Which is a pity. Also, by the way, C-Lab don't hold up that well. Just saying.
And we're up to, season 7 here.
Yeah, and I mean, that's around the time C-Lab started going off the rails, too. And this is a longer format show. And I think the actors behind it help a lot. They'll improv funny lines here and there, but there's only so much they can do. And the fact that they keep changing the setting just kind of proves they're bored.
I thought they were really going to go back to doing Vice. but because you could tell there was a lot they scrapped,
Yeah.
but not so much.
But like you're right, I think they just had trouble finding things for the characters to do, and maybe they'll be better at it next season. They have,
Knowing that they're on a tighter leash.
yeah, we won't have to worry about filler episodes,
Yeah.
or maybe just don't do a plot. Who cares anymore? It's Archer. We know the gang. We know where it's set up now. Just have them do wacky stuff.
Hmm.
I don't need an ongoing plot in Archer. It's not really that kind of show.
The trick is that they've done so many things already. I mean, they've already done underwater stuff. They've been in outer space.
Yeah.
They've done so many tropes and stuff. Like, as much as they've done, I mean, they've hit so many notes.
Yeah. There's
Like,
not. Yeah. There's not a lot left, and I think that's a shame. The private eye concept can go really nuts. As I mean, I'm just gonna take American Dad for an example. I mean, look at Wheels and the Leg Man. Yeah, you can do so much with incompetent private detectives. And I mean, if you look at like Magnum PI or Simon and Simon or any of the various theme songs based on detective shows that Adult Swim remade with Adam Scott, those shows are ridiculous if you take them at face value. And they didn't do anything with those. Like they mentioned Charlie's Angels in the commercial bumper, and Archer got a Camaro, or not a Camaro, a Ferrari, so you could be like Magnum. But that was it.
it's yeah, they've just done so much already, and it's
I feel
when
like
when you try to think of stuff they haven't exactly done yet that's not parodical.
yeah, but I mean that's the thing. None of it was a parody. These are just like really standard episodes of Archer, and I'm like, well, where's the crazy stuff? Like, why isn't Archer tasked with finding out like a cat? And then he finds out the cat has like a microchip or something in its collar, and that's actually what he's after.
Well, that's just like the cause said then.
Well, yeah, but he wouldn't realize it or something, and he'd throw the collar away, or I don't know. Just Archer chasing a cat for 20 minutes. It sounds hilarious to me. The cat could be Lana.
It'd go off the entire. What was the name of that cartoon stuff? Like the baby Jeremy or something.
Yeah.
Right, the baby goes through all like the hazardous stuff, so Archer has to go through like a construction site and all that kind of crap.
Yeah, I mean, physical comedy isn't really the show's strong point. It's not a well animated show, everyone, but well drawn, looks nice, but you can tell there's a reason they sit behind walls and shoot a lot. But yeah, I can see that, like Archer trying to save a baby he's trying to get back, or maybe, I mean, they didn't do anything like Archer of all people would love to go around taking pictures of people having sex. Like, why doesn't we don't have an episode begin like that? We don't have I don't know. Maybe it's harder to write for that stuff than we think. There's so many episodes of bad detective shows they could make fun of.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't Mallory have a Murder, She Wrote episode? There's literally an episode for every character.
Of Silken Secrets.
Like, okay. We could have had Sam and Archer do a Simon and Simon episode. They contrast each other perfectly. If you're not familiar with Simon and Simon, one brother is a redneck, the other brother is Niles Crane, basically. And I think that would work. But they can both throw down, they both have guns. So they sort of have that in common. So I think that would have worked. Like, why don't we have a Sam and Archer episode? They're clearly friends. And they work well off each other. I think that would have been fun. Like I said, a Mallory solo episode. Maybe Pam and Cheryl. I don't know what they could be. Maybe the Ghost and Mr. Scarecrow or something, Mrs. Scarecrow or something.
Anime wife.
Yeah. Krieger could do Sherlock and be horrible at it. Anime wife could be Watson. Krieger-san, I find the DNA evidence. No, that's mine.
Always fine.
Always.
So since we're going off into our own scripts, so yeah, it kind of basically speaks volumes of how we felt the humor was this season.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they were private detectives barely factored into anything. And I don't know. I hate sounding so down because overall I enjoyed it. But, I mean, I liked Vice. I think it was a nice change of pace. A lot of people didn't like Pam in Vice. Which I understand, but I think that was important for her character. Like, they didn't treat her addiction... Well, they did treat it as a joke, but they actually explained why she was doing it. Which I thought was nice. I guess... do you just want to move into...
high point, low point?
Yeah, I might as well.
We might as well do low so we can end with high.
Lowest point of the season for me was probably the Veronica Dean villain speech. I'm like, really? That's all this was? How about you?
Let's see. Gosh. Lowest point. I mean, yeah, that was pretty low. I guess the fact that, oh, okay, I got it. Basically Slater showing up and nothing happening again.
Oh, like every Slater episode.
And the fact that Lana just calls off their relationship just cause.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty low, where it's like nothing happened. Archer got waterboarded. And
which, by the way, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Lana, come on.
And they obviously screw up Slater's job, so that guy's dead.
Yeah.
And that guy was hinting that there's a lot of stuff going on, that nothing came to pass.
Well, let's be honest. Slater gets the Archer team when he wants a problem to disappear. He doesn't care that guy died. He just pretends to be mad about these things.
Yep.
I still think he's crooked.
Doesn't pay him, just Skilly Butt was out, and those two were on a break, so that was just the, oh, okay, now you've got them split up now, so yay.
So now we can sleep with Veronica Dean unhindered. I think it's sad that we had better ideas for Longwater and their relationship.
Yes. Like,
neither of us are professional writers.
The serum that could let you breathe underwater.
We could be, though, Adam Reed. You got some episodes to fill. Me and Mark. You can write Krieger. No. Let's not. So high point. You go first this time.
Let's see.
I think we might both have the same one, but...
I don't know. Let's see. What was really dang good? I like the cuckold episode. I did.
Really?
Yeah, where they were just...
I mean, the brawl at the end was fantastic, as always, but...
Yeah.
I just thought getting there was a little weird. Especially because those characters didn't factor into anything at all.
And... I don't know. What were you thinking was going to be the unanimous?
Oh, voicemail rampage, obviously.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was pretty good.
So they managed to end the voicemail gag in the perfect way. They did the old, oh man, this is such an epic battle, I wish you could see it joke.
Yeah. I feel bad for not thinking of that right away.
No, don't worry about it. I've had that marked as my favorite since I saw it. And then the team not taking Archer seriously. Just everything, like, But 7 seasons of a show is built towards, basically. I feel like maybe that should have been the series finale.
And the fact, as a result of that voicemail, he loses his cell phone.
Yes. Perfect capper to that.
Yeah. I mean, there were flashes of good stuff, but those were pretty good.
Yeah. I don't want to. I know we're being a little down. I don't want to say this season was horrible. I would say the entire CIA season was worse by a long shot.
I don't know. I kind of liked the mountain climbing episode. That was fun.
That one was good. I think that was like a normal Archer episode where they're trying to do something, and Archer kind of screws it up because he's not taking the job seriously. That's fine. I don't know. I didn't like the CIA was clearly railroading them the entire time. They were using them to clean up messes and say, "Oh, these ISIS guys screwed it up." Or what are they called now?
I don't think they ever got a formal name.
I guess you're right. Then, well,
they were just known for working with the CIA, and
I guess these Archer guys screwed it up.
Yeah. Well, now they're the Figgis agency.
No, the Archer agency. Mallory got that.
The writing is literally on the wall.
Yes.
I don't know. I kind of like the CIA and Vice seasons over this one. I'd probably say that this was probably the weakest one, in my opinion.
It definitely, as much as I don't like what the CIA did, there were good episodes in there.
Yeah, the one where they go to Wales.
Yeah, that was nice.
Good.
The Welsh Liberation Army.
Going down to see Lana's parents. That was a pretty.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah.
And more importantly, they tied it into the CIA plot.
Mm-hmm.
Every episode tied into the plot in some way, which they didn't do here.
Except for the Barry episode, but
Barry, the cuckolding.
Well, no, Barry in the CIA season. His episode.
Oh yeah.
His was just Pam wanted to the whole wedding thing.
Oh yeah, but that's fine. You can have like 1 or 2 standalone episodes. They had 3 this season.
Mm-hmm. And we had the Manny episode last season too.
Manny is an important recurring character, Mark. I don't know.
I'd have to put this season as lowest, and I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like Vice, but I liked the Smokey and the Bandit one from Vice.
Yeah, Vice had great moments. I love the fact that they keep just putting Pam in situations where she's gonna eat like tons of cocaine when they should know better. Like Ron is probably he wasn't in that season, was he?
What, in Vice?
Yeah.
I think he was.
He's definitely more prevalent in the CIA.
Yeah. The whole open marriage thing.
Yeah. Less of Ron. Is it Ron Burgundy? Not Ron Burgundy.
Not Ron. Ron Cadillac.
Ron Cadillac. The less of Ron Cadillac we get, the better. So that's a plus for this season.
Yeah, we saw him all of 1 or 2 times.
Yeah. I think just the once with the coffee gang.
Yeah, that's probably right then, just the once.
So I can't totally hate this season for not having the worst character in the show, but yeah, I think if we're gonna go with these last 3 change-up seasons, I would have to go Vice, then begrudgingly CIA, and then this is probably the lowest. Out of the series as a whole, I'd probably still go with this as the lowest.
Yeah, the original seasons were just so good. This one, yeah, it has to be my least favorite. So
you can tell they're bored. I don't know. Like Adam Reed is a creative guy, and I think his problem is he loves these characters and he doesn't want to let them go. But he hates that they're stuck being like secret agent types. Like you can see it in C-Lab too. Very rarely are they doing their actual jobs in Sea Lab.
They could they could do a time skip between like seasons maybe.
I think, like I said, I think if he was smart about it, he'd time skip to make AJ 18, 19, and Archer could have a little gray in his hair. They don't have to be like 60, 70 or whatever, but Mallory will still be there. I mean, Woodhouse is like 170, and no one ever mentions that. So, I mean, time doesn't have meaning in Archer.
No.
So, I think it would be cool to have Archer and his daughter interact. Him teaching her how to be an agent, things like that.
Well, if not to go like that far, maybe just a little bit, like a couple years, and maybe like a point where the agency loosely disbanded, but then there's a case maybe that has to pull them back together or something, so we can see what these guys would do if they weren't doing what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Like maybe Shirlene could return somehow, and maybe Ray can find himself staying in California doing makeup and hair.
I think we all know the joke would be Ray would go to San Francisco and he'd hate it because it's too gay. Just, or his hand would ostracize him from the gay community for some reason.
And Cyril could be just be a defense attorney and just be awful.
Mm-hmm. Or crooked. He's Cyril after all.
Mm. Yeah, he's not squeaky clean, is he?
Yeah, I can see like 2 years later, and we don't know what happened to Archer.
Like, for all we know, maybe we can just find out that Archer's still alive at the beginning of the next season, but like maybe he intentionally has himself somewhere else. Maybe that him not being with Lana or something maybe actually gets to him. I don't know. And maybe he realized what Mallory said was, if your one of your clones takes the rap for you, you can lay low until the heat's off. So maybe looking at it as another chance to just go drink more. What was it, Tiger whiskey? Or no, not Tiger. It wasn't Tiger whiskey. It was like Cobra whiskey.
Yeah, that's some weird animal in there.
Yeah, it's just an excuse for him to like disappear again.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they have the time to set that up though. Like the last time he disappeared, we got like a 4-part episode about it. So,
though, even though they confirmed 3 seasons, I wonder if they'll ever confirm a movie now.
Well, they want to do a live action movie. I don't think it'll happen.
So, I mean, it's refreshing to know that the series isn't over.
Yeah.
But you can definitely see an end in sight.
Yeah, if they pull a Futurama in these next 3 seasons, they're just wrapping up all the loose plot threads.
Mm-hmm.
And we can view them all as like three fairly long movies. I'd be down with that.
Yeah. So, like, even though we're down on this season, definitely glad the series is still going. Sure.
Like, it's rote to say it, but I mean, Archer is still better than 99% of the shows on television. It's in that top tier.
Yeah, it's a show where I'll gladly watch when it's on. And even though this season was pretty rough, of course I'll get the DVD when it comes out. So, because the special features are always usually good too. So.
Yeah, I'm actually interested to see the special features for this one. See if they have anything fun.
I would like to see these next few seasons them take a little bit more risks, knowing that the end is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever scripts that they've not gotten made.
Well, they probably haven't started yet.
Well, old ideas.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that's a good way to finish up. There are a few lingering plot threads that I would like to see covered.
Finding out who Archer's dad is.
Yeah.
Just let us know if you don't want him to know.
Yeah, that's fine. I still think Nikolai Jakov is alive. We just finally kill Barry. I'm done with Barry. I don't know. I would like to see Katya wrapped up too, because she's not a bad person.
No, no. If she was truly evil, she would have killed Archer or something, or intentionally be there to wreck up his relationship with Lana, but
Yeah.
she didn't.
She respected him enough to leave.
Yeah,
Maybe she'll
especially
come back now. I actually
Ish.
like Archer and Katya better as a couple than Archer and Lana.
Yeah, I mean, even though he saw Lana first, you could almost feel it. He had a better relationship with Katya.
Well, he actually tried to change for her, and I think that's the thing is, Lana accepts Archer, and she really shouldn't, because she just ends up getting mad and bitching at him about it. And Katya's like, "Listen, you gotta clean your act up a little, man."
Mm-hmm. Well, she tried to do the same to Barry, and it didn't quite work out.
Oh no, Barry is completely whipped. Like he didn't want her to know what he was doing or anything. The problem is Archer is still Archer, and even if he changes for Katya, he's not gonna be completely submissive. I think that's like the only like difference between them in terms of like competency. Barry's desperate and Archer isn't.
Some characters do deserve some resolution too. Completely, like you feel bad for Pam. They should give somebody to.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, Archer is her best friend. Like they said it last season.
Second best friend.
Yeah. And that's fine. I like Pam and Archer. Honestly, the fact that they stuck her with Cheryl this season was.
Yeah, constantly.
Let's just. Do we need Cheryl anymore? I love Pam Grier. She's hilarious, but not Pam Grier. Yeah, it's Pam Grier. Oh no, it's Judy Greer. Judy Greer. Pam Grier is Foxy Brown. I don't think it's Judy Greer either. The girl from Arrested Development, the secretary. Anyway, she's funny. Put her with somebody else. Put her with Krieger. Put her with Cyril. Somebody, because Pam's actually better paired off with Archer or Lana or Mallory because she's just as competent as they are. As she's proven time and again. But
she's probably the best agent there is.
Yeah, but she's got that farm sense, I guess, where she isn't like prim and proper. So that's why she gets along with Archer so well, but she annoys Lana and Mallory.
And Cyril, even though he's kind of weak, I mean, he deserves, even for how much he's been railroaded.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be way late, but let's find out that Seamus is his kid.
That would be nice. I think that's the major ones.
Because you can keep Krieger around.
I guess we have to find out if Krieger is Krieger, but I don't think it matters personally. They don't seem to think so either.
And Ray's been through so much, you don't need to put him through anymore.
I'd like it if Krieger just goes and tells Ray that the only actual part of him that's a robot is his hand. And
oh yeah, I just did that with stem cells. You're fine.
Then he gets hit by a car.
Oh man, I guess not anymore.
Poor Ray. Oh, and Conrad Stern has to come back one more time.
Conway Stern. Yeah.
Conway. Is it Conway?
It is Conway.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a good character too, but no time for this season.
Rarely use him, which I think.
Guess that's okay, but
I mean, they killed the Cuban guy. It's basically gay Archer.
They did? They actually killed him?
I thought he died, or did he fake it?
I think he faked that. He was the one with Charles and Rudy in that last time we saw him fight.
I wouldn't mind them coming back.
And then there was that human trafficker. What was that one? I can't remember what her name was, her code name. She could come back.
I want the assassin and his teen bride to come back.
Oh God, yeah.
But it's Unter and Olga or something like that. I love that. Carries around a doll.
Well, again, if this is going to be the end coming up, they might want to break out all the
Yeah, bring
old.
back all the old characters, especially the hitmen and stuff, because they still fit in a PI world.
Plus, some of them could still hold grudges.
True.
Plus, maybe they could be hired to kill somebody that they're supposed to protect. Or maybe they're both contracted to kill somebody, so it becomes a race to who can kill this person.
Hmm. That'd be interesting.
It's like, I'm not gonna kill him. You're not gonna kill him, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna kill him first. They just get into their car, big car chase, explosions, and
That'd be fun. Burt
all to
Reynolds
find
needs
out,
to come back.
that the guy would choke or have a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
He had a heart attack because I scared him. No, I scared him.
Maybe Odin will come back and we'll find out
There's
all this has been like a huge undercover thing.
maybe.
I mean that's just spitballing, but I think at this point we're just running dry on our wish list. So
Yeah,
let's wrap it up. Overall, not the best season of Archer. Um, I think we both agree that it's not terrible. It's just not focused. Would you say?
I should think, yeah, because a lot of stuff didn't go anywhere.
Like, I don't think they knew what long water was until they got to that episode.
I'd almost like to think that they wrote the season in reverse, where it's like, okay, we're gonna quote unquote kill off Archer, and we're just gonna write backwards from there.
Yeah, and I think that just hung over the whole season. Oh well. I think without that pool intro, I get the movie reference. Everyone has done that movie reference, but if you take that out and just leave the Archer death in, that would have been 100 times more shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Instead, you had fans thinking and theorizing the whole season, not really matching up to talking about the current episode. Where it's like, okay, maybe this explains why he's in the pool, or
yeah,
it's not him. It just, as you saw with all of our videos, it seemed like we kept trying to tie stuff to Longwater in the
yeah.
pool.
Because I mean, there's ways to foreshadow his death that they could have done, but
We should have known because this was not what the gypsy woman said.
yes, soda machine for me. How about you?
She said I never would die, so I guess Highlander.
That's the worst death of all. Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap up. Mark has to deal with his pending immortality. um, Again, I'm gonna not do the whole spiel anymore. I think. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy these episodes. We're gonna do more Archer, older seasons, and newer, obviously, but that won't be for like a year. Um, Unfortunately, we got our info wrong. There is no Rick and Morty coming in July. But if you guys are interested, we could do BoJack Horseman. I don't know why you'd want to be so depressed, but we'll give it a shot if you want. You can follow us at the links in the show notes. And we will see you guys later.